Hey friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from Life with the Wolfies, and today I'm making soap because I'm on my last bar of soap. One of these bakings of soap lasts us 2 years, okay? So, here's what we got. I still have lard from my last pig. I only have about 1 ounce of scent, but that will be enough. Free-flowing multi-purpose cleaner, 100% lye crystals. Please folks, don't use like Red Devil lye drain cleaner. Make sure it says pure lye crystals. Red Devil lye drain cleaner may have harsher chemicals in it than just the lye. Okay, so go to your hardware store and look for 100% pure crystal lye. We have water, which is going to be about 10 ounces. And we need 10 ounces of water. And I have a dish towel here that has been soaked with vinegar in case I get sprayed with lye because I can't find my gloves. And I have a Kleenex box that I'm going to turn into a mold. Let's get started. Okay, folks, we do everything by weight. Here's my old crock pot. I've got it on high. Here is the same size jar as my lard. Pretty sure, this is going to be 2 pounds. Okay, because usually a pint's a pound. But let's turn this on. And let's weigh our jar, empty. Let's zero it off. 1.15 pounds. 1 pound 15.5 ounces. So I'm almost exactly 2 pounds. I only need like a half an ounce. Now let's try that. Oh. 2 pounds. There we go. Okay. Gracie, you don't want lard. You really don't. Now I'm using my old white beat up crock pot because I don't use it all that much anymore. So let's get our lard going in here. And while that's melting, we'll build our mold. This is still lard from our last pig. Let's see. See, lard you buy in the store comes in bricks. This is home rendered. This is actually water rendered lard, and that's why I use it for soap. If it was regularly rendered, like rendered without water, it would be, this is just a pain in the butt. Even if I wanted to give you some, I couldn't, Gracie. This is would be so hard on you. Too much fat, way too much fat. That's all I can scrape out of that jar. Okay. Oops. Now, while our fat melts, we're going to get the rest of our stuff ready. But first, we got to measure out our water. There's our jar. Zero off, and we need 10 ounces of water. Ounces of water. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to dry this glass, and we're going to zero. It's zeroed off. And we're going to do 4.4. Okay, now we need 4.4 ounces of lye. Gracie, move, honey. I don't want you getting splashed. Okay, 4.4 ounces of lye. And now we're going to add our 10 ounces of water. We're going to put this on a non-metallic surface because this gets really hot. Always pour your water into your lye. Not your lye into your water in case it splashes. Be very careful that it doesn't splash. And stand back. You don't want the fumes. This gives off harsh fumes, and we're just going to continue to stir until that is completely dissolved. And it's quite hot. So please be careful of that. Now, we're going to make our mold. Last time I used a tissue box, and I didn't like the results, so I'm going to modify it this time. It's not that I didn't like the results, it's just the bars were way too long. And then I'm going to cut it right down the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to insert one side to the other. Okay? This not only makes it more firm, but it makes a nicer sized bar of soap. You can use these molds over and over again, but they're just as easy to make, right? Okay, now. Now, to make the box a little sturdier, I'm just going to go all the way around with packing tape. Just to give it some firmness. Press this down, and that makes the box more solid. And now we're just going to put parchment inside this box. Okay, how's our fat doing here? This needs to be nicely melted. Oh, and you're going to need a hand blender, okay? When our lard is melted, we'll be back. Hey! Our lard is melted. And now you need a hand blender. You can use a hand mixer, but you're more likely to get splashed. But here, our lye is still very, very hot. But we're just going to pour that in there very carefully. And now we're going to start to blend. Until it is like a thin, consistent, like pudding. But you want to make sure that we've turned our crock pot down to low now. See how it's kind of leaving a dent as you pull away? That's trace. I'm going to blend it a couple more minutes. All right, we have hit trace. See how when I pull it through, you can see a dent in the thing. So we're at trace. And yes, folks, you can use your crock pot and you can use your hand blender. Why? Because this is soap. All you have to do is wash it when you're done. Okay, we're going to put the lid back on and we're going to cover it. And then we're going to set our oven timer for an hour and we'll be back. Okay, I just checked on this and I've never, ow, shoot, I forgot that was metal. I have never had this happen to my soap before. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, right now, this is the time to add your scent. I'm not adding a lot because I only have like an ounce here. But this is the time to enter your scent. White cedar. And then we're just going to stir this in. Wow, this is going to be beautiful soap. Woo, that scent is gorgeous. I only needed an ounce. I don't like strong scent anyway. All right, let's get this all mixed in. Let's unplug this crock pot just to make sure. Let's get all the soap off the lid. And for all those people who bitch and go, do you cook with that crock pot? Yes. Why? Because once this stuff is cooked, it's soap, and all it does is clean your crock pot. Okay? All right, now, let's get this into my mold. Oh. I don't color my soap. There's no need, right? It's not like I'm making Christmas presents. Yep. I like this. I made the mold smaller than the last time by putting cutting the tissue box and then putting it closer together and then taping it. And as soon as this pot cools down, I'm going to throw some dishes in it and fill it up with hot water. Okay. Now, first I'm just going to, woo! The heat's going right through the box. It's coloring the table. Ah, la 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 la. Now, we're just going to pack this down in there as smooth as we can. Doesn't really matter if the top edge is make sure it goes right into the ends. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a couple of cans of dog food here. I'm going to put one there and one there just to make this a little more square, right? So it's not bowing out as much. Maybe we better do a couple. Any canned good or weight will do. Okay? And there it is. Now we're just going to let this cool until it hardens. And once this hardens, it's ready to use. Missed a little bit there. Once it hardens, it's ready to use. That's the beautiful thing about hot process crock pot soap. As soon as it hardens, it's ready to use. We'll be back when this is solidified so that we can I hope I was recording I've cut up my soap. In case I wasn't recording, I'm sorry. It's late, I'm tired. This is the soap I got. And even though it's ready to use, I like to let it sit out for a couple of days on a rack to harden. And the lumpy end piece, I have filled this, this is my soap dispenser, okay? It's an old shampoo bottle. I filled it up about 3/4 with hot water. And there's a few marbles in the bottom to stop it from clogging. And I just drop any soap crumbs. This was the end piece that was kind of rough. And I just drop any soap crumbs in here. And whenever my bar of soap gets too small, I put the last bits in here. This is the best way to save your remnants of soap. You put hot water in the bottle, a couple of marbles, and you just shake it, and it eventually melts. But this sits on my sink in the bathroom and becomes a soap dispenser. It's really handy. Just remember to put marbles in the bottom and save your old pump shampoo bottle. I've got to wipe this off and clean up. This is Mrs. Wolfe from Life with the Wolfes saying, that's our soap for the year, and probably two, because there's only two of us and it goes a long way. And also my soap dispenser is filled with the rough end one, and that goes a long way too. And every time I have just a piece of soap that's too small to use, I just break it up and throw it inside here. Right? Waste not, want not, and that quarter. Take care, God bless. Mwah.